Learning a language is tough, like really tough. It's a journey that requires patience, persistence, and a lot of hard work. It's like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. Imagine the struggle, the effort, and the sheer willpower needed to keep going. You need the right gear, a good plan, and a whole lot of determination. Just like a mountaineer needs ropes, boots, and a map, a language learner needs books, apps, and a well-thought-out study schedule. But here's the thing, routine is your Sherpa. It's the guide that helps you navigate the treacherous paths of language learning. Having a routine makes things, automatic. It turns the daunting task of learning into a series of manageable steps. It takes the pressure off. When you have a routine, you don't have to constantly decide when to study or what to focus on. The decisions are already made for you. You don't have to think, should I study now or later? You just do it, like brushing your teeth. It becomes a part of your daily life, something you do without even thinking. You don't think about it, you just do it. This consistency is key to making progress. It's the small daily efforts that add up over time. For advanced English students, routine is even more important. They're past the basics. They're climbing higher. They're tackling more complex grammar, nuanced vocabulary, and intricate sentence structures. They need that structure to stay focused and motivated. Without a routine, it's easy to get lost or overwhelmed by the sheer volume of material. So what does a day in the life of an advanced English student look like? Let's find out. They start their day with a review of vocabulary, perhaps using flashcards or an app. Then they might move on to reading a challenging article or book, taking notes on new words and phrases. Listening practice could involve a podcast or a news segment, followed by speaking exercises, maybe recording themselves or practicing with a language partner. Writing might include composing essays or journal entries, focusing on using new vocabulary and complex sentence structures. Throughout the day, they integrate language learning into their routine, making it a seamless part of their life. This structured approach ensures steady progress and keeps them on track towards fluency. The alarm clock goes off. It's 7 a.m., the start of a new day, and for our advanced English student, it's an opportunity to immerse themselves in the language from the very first moment. But instead of hitting snooze, our advanced English student grabs their phone. They know that every minute counts when it comes to language learning. Time for some English immersion, even before breakfast. They open their favorite English learning app, diving into a quick lesson or reviewing vocabulary. They might spend a few minutes scrolling through news websites like the BBC or the New York Times. These sources not only keep them informed but also expose them to a variety of writing styles and new words. Catching up on current events and picking up new vocabulary, they highlight unfamiliar words and phrases, making a mental note to look them up later. Or maybe they listen to an English podcast while they get ready. This multitasking approach ensures that they are constantly surrounded by the language. Something fun and engaging like a comedy show or a true crime series. These genres not only entertain but also introduce colloquial expressions and cultural references. The key is to make English a part of their daily life. Flashcards with new vocabulary words are strategically placed around their living space, making it easy to review them throughout the day. Not just something they study in a textbook, they might have a quick chat with a language exchange partner over breakfast, discussing plans for the day or sharing thoughts on a recent news story. This real-life practice is invaluable. On their commute, they might use an English language app to practice pronunciation or listen to an audiobook. Every moment is an opportunity to learn. Later at a coffee shop, they might write a journal entry in English, reflecting on their day and setting goals for their language learning journey. During lunch, they could watch an English tutorial video, perhaps on grammar or idiomatic expressions, further enhancing their understanding of the language. And before bed, they might unwind with a good English novel, letting the language seep into their subconscious as they drift off to sleep. The cycle continues, with each day bringing new opportunities to immerse themselves in English. It's a commitment, but one that pays off in fluency and confidence. Breakfast is a mix of English and sustenance. Our student might read an article from an English magazine while they eat. Or maybe they practice their speaking skills by having a short conversation with a language partner online. The goal is to keep the English flowing. Even small interactions help to reinforce what they've learned and build their confidence. After breakfast, it's time to hit the books. Or, in today's digital age, maybe it's time to open the laptop. The internet has been a game changer for language learning. and advanced English students take full advantage of all it has to offer. Apps like Duolingo and Babbel provide structured lessons and exercises. They're great for brushing up on grammar and vocabulary. Online courses like those offered by Coursera and EDX offer more in-depth learning experiences. Students can take classes on everything from English literature to business communication. And of course, there's YouTube, a treasure trove of educational videos from grammar explanations to pronunciation tutorials. Section 5. The Grammar Gym. Grammar. It's the broccoli of language learning. Just like broccoli is packed with nutrients essential for our body, grammar is packed with rules essential for mastering a language. We know it's good for us, but sometimes it's hard to swallow. The rules can seem endless, and the exercises monotonous, making it a daunting task for many learners. But our advanced English student knows that mastering grammar is key to fluency. They understand that without a solid grasp of grammar, their ability to communicate effectively is compromised. They might dedicate a chunk of their morning to reviewing grammar rules. This could be the quiet time before the day starts, with a cup of coffee in hand, making it a peaceful and productive part of their routine. Working through exercises in a workbook or online. They might use a variety of resources from traditional textbooks to interactive online platforms to keep their practice engaging and comprehensive. They might focus on a specific area they struggle with, like using the correct tense or understanding articles a and the. Flashcards, highlighting, and repetitive practice help reinforce these tricky concepts. The key is to make grammar practice a regular part of their routine, not just something they do when they have a test coming up. Consistency is crucial. By integrating grammar exercises into their daily schedule, they build a strong foundation that supports all other aspects of language learning. They might also seek out opportunities to discuss grammar points with peers or attend workshops. Engaging with others can provide new insights and make the learning process more dynamic. Technology can be a great ally. Using grammar apps or watching tutorial videos can offer additional practice and explanations, making grammar more accessible and less intimidating, and the rewards are worth it. The satisfaction of correctly using a complex grammatical structure or receiving positive feedback on a well-written assignment can be incredibly motivating. Ultimately, the effort put into mastering grammar pays off. It leads to greater confidence in speaking and writing, allowing the student to express themselves clearly and effectively in English. So, while grammar might be the broccoli of language learning, it's also the key to unlocking fluency and confidence. Embrace it, practice it, and watch your language skills flourish. Section 6. Finding flow with words. Writing is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, our advanced English student makes sure to write something every day. They might keep a journal in English writing about their day, their thoughts, or their dreams. Or they might join an online writing group, getting feedback on their writing from other learners and native speakers. The goal is to develop their writing skills and build their vocabulary, and to find their voice in English. Section 7. Lunch break. A change of pace. Time for a break. But even during their lunch break, our advanced English student finds ways to immerse themselves in the language. They might watch an episode of their favorite English TV show, or listen to some English music while they eat. The key is to relax and recharge, while still keeping their ears and mind engaged with the language. Section 8. Conversation cornerstones. The afternoon is all about communication. Our advanced English student knows that the best way to improve their speaking skills is to actually speak. They might have a scheduled conversation practice session with a language partner, either online or in person, or they might join a language exchange group, meeting up with other language learners to chat and practice their skills. The key is to get comfortable speaking English in a supportive and encouraging environment. Section 9. The value of real-world practice. If possible, our advanced English student seeks out opportunities to use English in real-world situations. They might volunteer at a local organization that works with English speakers, or they might get a part-time job that requires them to use English. These experiences provide invaluable opportunities to practice their skills and to gain confidence in their ability to communicate effectively. Section 10. Evening wind down. As the day winds down, our advanced English student might read a chapter or two of an English book, or watch a movie in English with subtitles. The goal is to relax and unwind while still exposing themselves to the language. Before bed, they might review any new vocabulary they learned that day, or listen to some calming English music to help them fall asleep. Section 11. The rewards of routine. Learning a language is a journey, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and dedication. But by establishing a routine and sticking to it, advanced English students set themselves up for success. They develop good habits, make consistent progress, and most importantly, they enjoy the process. Because learning a language should be fun. It should be about connecting with other cultures and expanding your horizons. And that's exactly what our advanced English student is doing one day at a time.